Happy full moon in Leo happening on Sunday, February the 1st. And then we also have a new moon happening in the sign of Aquarius on Tuesday, February the 17th. And ironically, sorry, I'm looking at my notes. The same day that we have the full moon or the new moon in Aquarius, we also have in Chinese astrology, it's going to be the year starting of the fire horse on the same day. And so we have a lot of stuff happening astrologically, as always, that I want to share. And like I said, I have notes everywhere. So yes, I will be looking at it. And hopefully I remember the things that I want to talk about, the things that I find important, interesting, could be helpful. And so here is my new creation. Isn't she just beautiful? My Pegasus unicorn. And I decided to color her kind of like the chakra colors, the angels, as I say, the auras. All those I feel are connected and related. So the main archangels, the main chakras, and so let me show you, and you can look at it from previous video. Let me just say I'm off on a tangent right now, but this is a reference, and also, like I said, related to the archangels. Also in my previous video, all these things you can view where I talk about it, because it's going to be briefly, I'm just talking about the Tree of Life, Kabbalistic Jewish Tree of Life, which is also related to the chakras, to the archangels, our energy points, and all that. Okay? So like I said, we have a full moon happening in Leo, and Leo is about shining your light. It's connected, it is ruled by the sun. And let me just go back and let me just say that I want to kind of be mindful of the time, because as I've said before, I always seem to seem to get restricted with certain time frames, where I find that a lot of other people, it doesn't seem to what am I trying to say? They don't have to deal with it as much as I do, okay? To be real. And I find and I feel that the powers that be don't want my stuff being heard. So what I'm trying to say is, as I've said before, as much as I don't want to do it in another video, depending on what I can get into this video, I might have to break it into two. Okay? So let me just say that. So anyway, the full moon in Leo. Leo is, like I said, ruled by the sun. And the sun not only is our external sun, but it's our internal sun. It's our heart. It's our energy point. And the heart is actually to the main portal to the spiritual worlds. Okay? And it's supposedly the fourth chakra, but it is to the main portal in the main dimensions. Okay? It's through love. Love through our heart for ourselves, and for each other. We're all connected through the heart. And that's how you can reach the other worlds. Okay? The main thing. And so, like I said, Leo, they like to be in the spotlight. Leo the lion. And it's being creative. So you're going to want to be maybe doing things that are creative. Being playful, like childlike, as in your inner child, doing what you love, what brings you joy, what makes you happy. Okay? And they like to be in the spotlight sometimes and can be very generous. So, how can you be generous to someone else? As in a friend, a loved one, a coworker, whatever, to humanity. How can you contribute and shine your light to others, making your impact to the world? What could you do to come from your heart? Because Leo rules the heart. It rules the heart and it rules the sun. And Aquarius, it's the lightning bolt, the symbol. It rules technology. It also, the symbol could be ripples of the water. Okay, it's the water bear. And sometimes, let's just say, sometimes people can say that Aquarians, people that are born in the sign Aquarius, maybe they might classify them as weirdos, possibly, or strange. But in reality, they are unique. Okay, they don't care about fitting in. They're their unique self. And sometimes they can think outside of the box. The revolutionaries, freedom, community. And let me just say too, on another note, just because one person, whatever one person thinks is strange or weird or normal, that's your opinion. That's my opinion. That's everyone's own opinion. So who's to say what's strange or weird? Let's just say that too, by the way, okay? Everyone is their own unique individual self. And everybody has their own opinions of what they find normal or weird or anything. Okay? It's your own perception of it. That's what I'm trying to say. And anyway, so I just wanted to add that. Things to think about. Nobody wants to be the same. Okay? And anyway, we also have okay, Mercury is going to be going retro on Thursday, February the 26th. And Mercury in retro is a symbol of RX, which is medicine. So it's a time for reflecting and thinking things over, and everything with the letters RE you might want to do. Research, relive, relearn, remember, revise, um, rest, all those things, okay? And so, making extra time too for traveling and for technology, backing things up, stuff like that. And also, let me just say that we have well, like I said, we have a lot of stuff going down. Uh-huh. Um, Apparently, well, January the 26th, so it just happened. Because we got a lot of stuff happening in the heavens, a lot of stuff happening, astrologically, and with the stars and the planets that's within us, around us, all around us. So Neptune, which is the planet um of dreams and spirituality, higher spirituality. It's the sign that is um rules Pisces, okay, which is the fish. Anyway, it entered the sign of Aries, and Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. Okay, so basically, it's the beginning of the astrological year. Okay, so it entered in the sign of Aries, Neptune did, and it's a 165-year cycle around the zodiac, so they say. So it's significant, okay? And basically, um, they say that it's in that sign for like 14 years, okay? And from what I looked at, it looks like it could be in that sign for like possibly till May 22nd, 2038, year 2038, which could possibly be like 12 years, 3 months and 26 days, or 4,499 days, which is a lot. Wow. I mean, regardless, that's pretty significant. And so this is rare beginnings, astrological spiritual rebirth going on for all of us, okay? A new reality. This is significant. This is huge. Then we also have at the same time, so we got like, let's see. Sorry, I got stuff everywhere here. There's another significant, okay, let's see. Oh, yes, 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 yes. I'm sorry. Saturn, which is structure. Um, it's about authority, structure, work. It's even in charge of karma, okay? And all that. Work, time. It actually goes into that sign of Aries as well, around February the 22nd. So they're both going to be in the sign of Aries, okay? So this is huge. So it's, like I say, like a cosmic reset, a new era being born for changes, for growth, for transformation. And something I want to talk about, talking about the chakras, okay? The stuff that I said, the angels, the portals, the archangels, okay? Now, I'm really not into the know, to be honest. Certain things back in time I learned, but to be honest, my opinion, I don't think certain things are meant to be like taken for exactly verbatim. I think it's like actually kind of like symbolic, as in using your own interpretation of it, as in what you're feeling with it, as in what I'm saying is I remember back in time, I had heard about or read about the seven seals, okay? SEALS. Seven seals of God. Now, my feeling is I think the seven seals are the seven chakras, okay? Because it's like the seals, the chakras, they're like energy points, okay? They're spinning wheels and reference to the planets and the angels and all that. And so basically they need to be flowing and they need to be open. So they say that the main block, it's like they're blockages, energy blockages, okay? And the main one is supposedly in our head, okay? Now, not to say supposedly they're implants or blockages, but how can you clear it? We're meant to clear it, and they can be cleared how? It can be cleared through your deeds, through prayer, through how you eat, how you take care of yourself. They're meant to open up, okay? And so that's what I wanted to say, that I think that they are reference to the chakra and to the seven seals. I just wanted to share that. And so another thing, and I know I'm going to probably be going over in time and I'm going to have to break this up, but like I said, we also are going to be going through the year of the fire horse. That's going to be starting on the same day as the new moon in Aquarius, okay? And so the fire horse is about freedom. The horse is a symbol in Chinese astrology for freedom and for renovation and for leadership. All these things are connected, okay? That's what I'm trying to say, connected. And so the horse likes to venture in and find new green pastures. It needs to move, okay? It's very intuitive. And so we're working to that. And back from before was the snake, which was researching. It's very spiritual. The snake sheds its skin and rebirths, okay? And so before, like I said, the snake, okay, so like in Chinese astrology, it was the wood snake is what we were going out of, where we are going out of, because it's changing in February the 17th. So the wood snake, the wood is in Chinese astrology is represented as a time of rapid and mental and physical development, imagination, creativity, simplicity, and the wood actually moves upwards towards the light. It expands and it spreads towards growing, okay? And so, um, and then the fire energy, which is about passion, it's about energy, it's about leadership and um assertiveness. Sorry, I'm looking at things. It wants to have an outcome. Okay, so that's what we're going to be going into is the fire horse. And also, and yes, I see that I am going over, so I'm just going to continue this instead of breaking into two like I was going to, um, meaning making two separate videos. But more than likely, I'm going to have to um, put this in two different times because I'm sure I'll probably be um, anyway, I'm sure I'll probably have to do that. But anyway, let me just continue. And so in Chinese astrology, there's yin and yang, okay? Which is represented by the cosmic forces of the universe, okay? The polarities. And so, let's see. The yin is negative. It's like the light and the dark. We have all those things. We have the dualities as in light and dark, night and day, white and black, hot and cold, on and off. I've already done said this. Feminine, masculine, hot and dry. Okay, so basically, that's what I'm trying to say. No, it's not necessarily negative, but like as in a film, right? The film is, you know what I'm saying, as in exposure wise or whatever. Okay. We all have it, so everything has left and right, like that kind of stuff. I've already talked about this as well. So basically, the yin, yin, is supposedly referenced as negative, as a representation. It's the feminine, the female, dark, soft, moist, nighttime. It's contrast, introverted and nurturing, okay? And then you have the yang, which is positive, which is the male. It's a bright, hard, dry, daytime, extroverted, dominant aspects of life, okay? So the yin and the yang are in a constant state of constant state of movement and change, always seeking the balance. Balance is key to the universe, okay? Everything has a duality. And so when we were in the year, have been in the year of the snake, we were gathering information, because, and the snake is extremely spiritual and significant, as in I've said before. You see, it's been said about the snake, about at the tree of life with Adam and Eve, okay, good and evil, okay, right and wrong, whatever. And it's also symbolized as in on the medicine, on the ambulance, on that staff. The snake is there. It's also reference to the Kundalini. This Kundalini, the force along the spine and the energy and the chakras and the energy points. Okay? So it's spiritual rebirth, as I've said. And so basically, the snake is extremely intelligent and it gathers the information, and then it's also has an ability, as it said, to develop its sixth sense, as in even to the point of clairvoyance. It's highly intelligent and highly spiritual. Okay, and basically accumulated gathers strength and accumulated energy. It's the yin energy, the yin or the negative energy. And then the horse, which is that where we're going to be going towards, the fire horse, that is polarity energy, which is the yang, which is positive, and it's also working towards leadership, and it's freedom and assertiveness. And so all the things that we've been learning and that we've learned in the past, through this past year or whatever, now it's the time to utilize it, because the horse is about movement. It's about change and growth. And anyway, so I just wanted to say all that stuff. So anyway, my loves, I've been on a tangent. I hope this has been helpful. I know I had a lot to share. And so I just wanted to give you a whole bunch of information, and I hope that you're safe wherever you are, safe and keeping warm. I know we've been really Mother Earth, Mother Nature has been blessing us in certain areas with snow. So I'm sending you my love, as always. I love you. Blessed be my loves. Happy, happy full moon in Leo to you. And new moon in Aquarius. And the year of the fire horse, Mercury retro, all these things astrologically. I'm sending you my love, as always. It's time to dream big, my loves. Dream big. Shine like the star that you are. There's no separation. That's another thing, too. As I've said before, if you want to connect to the light, you can. You just have to ask. You have to do the work. As in, you're not separated from it. I'm not separated from it. You're not separated from it. It's only in our minds. And that's a way too you can feel better. As I've said before, this is healing. Light therapy. All right, my loves. Blessed be, my loves. You're always in my heart.